So have you ever seen one of those knuckleheads out in the surf, battling the waves, up to his waist, sometimes his chest, holding a fishing pole? Everybody drives by and looks at that guy and they say, what is he trying to do? What is he trying to catch? There ain't nothing out there. Too many people swimming. Well, if you ever seen that guy, you probably saw me. I love fishing in the surf, and I've got something to show you today. We went on a family vacation. We met family up by St. Augustine, and we rented a little condo there on the beach, and of course nobody else fishes, but I do. I fish. I can't go to the beach and not go fishing. It's built into my DNA. It's in my upbringing. I can't help myself. I gotta go fishing. But I've never really caught anything noteworthy until now. I went out there and I fished for a couple hours in the evening after it rained all morning. Caught one little whiting. I went back out that evening, fished till dark, and you know that feeling you get when things just seem to fall into place? I felt something hit the line. I give it a good yank, and it felt like I had a concrete block on the end of that pole. 15 minutes later, after back and forth, I fish with what I would call a medium heavy setup, right? I've got a number 2 hook on a sliding sinker. It's 18-pound test, and I use 40-pound monofilament leader. Always fish with a long shank hook like that because I caught a shark and a couple other things. But this is my setup. Again, it's something you might see a bass fisherman fishing for shiners with it. But this is what I fish with in the surf. And yeah, I've had a lot of luck fishing in the surf, but I've never caught anything, again, like I said, noteworthy. But I just love doing it. My grandpa took me surf fishing. My dad always stopped at the Riverside bait shop and got me a package of shrimp whenever we went to New Smyrna Beach for the day. Family outing. Where's Peter? He's fishing. Never really caught nothing until I learned how, and I started catching whiting and started catching pompano. And then in between all of that, sometimes you expand your horizons and fish for something else. Get out there as deep as you can. Throw it out there as far as you can. Sometimes you come up empty, but sometimes you score. Let me show you what I caught. I have here in this cooler a pretty good size black drum. Look at that thing, man. I was so pumped when I got that thing in. I thought it was a stingray or maybe a shark. I didn't know. I've caught stingrays before. But when I saw it was a black drum, I was so excited. Now, when I go to these resorts and I go fishing, cleaning fish and keeping them becomes a challenge. I don't ever want to clean the fish and then throw the heads and guts in the water because obviously there's people swimming there, right? And I wanted to keep this fish. I didn't want to throw him back, so I wrapped him up and put him in a plastic bag so that I could put him in the freezer. And I gut him and I bled him, wrapped him up in grocery bags, those plastic grocery bags, then put him in the bottom of the freezer and froze him solid. And then when I got him home, I defrosted him slowly inside the cooler. And now I'm gonna fillet him. We're gonna go inside. People ask me, oh, is it gonna taste fishy? Is it smelly? Is it gonna be mushy? Is it wormy? Well, we're about to find out because I'm gonna clean this fish right now. And I'm going to take him inside and we're gonna fry up Florida style black drum from the East Coast. Let me just adjust the camera here and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna fillet him. So let's see if we can't do that here. All right, maybe that's working. So here's my fish. Here's my cutting board. I'm just gonna take this fish here, get underneath the scales right here, and go in just as far as I can, right across here. Like that. I like to get this part right here, because I'll eat that part for sure. You don't ever want to You don't ever want to throw that away. That's good stuff. All right, so get this cut out here, just like that, and then I'll just go down the backbone, like so. Right about. He's got a ridge, and just want to slowly cut right along that ridge, staying on this side of the spine, on this side of the rib cage and the bones. This fish is almost still frozen. Then when I get here, I like to pop through and then come to right here, like so. I hope you can see that. And then I come back this way and I start to cut right along till I reach the body cavity, the rib cage right here. And I kind of go around the rib cage like so, and then I'm going to pop through right there and cut back like that. Push through and continue my cut and meet up with the other cut right there, like that. Yep, let's see here. There we go. You pull it across like this, like so. Lay it out flat. I always carry a towel with me. And then kind of lay it out like this. Now you can do small fish the same way. On small fish, you always save the backbone and the tail, especially on freshwater fish like shellcracker, small bass. And there you have it. Now, there you have. I'm going to work all that off. You don't want that on your meat. This is the meat you want. You can trim this off, and yeah, we're going to try it and see how it tastes. Now, I'm sure pumped up. Okay, so we're going into the kitchen, and we're gonna continue with the cooking video. See you in a minute. So welcome back. We're in the kitchen, and real quickly I just want to show you how it all turned out. I have our black drum in an egg wash, milk and egg wash, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and it's been sitting in the refrigerator for several hours. And yeah, it'll go right into the breading, which is this panko, seasoned panko, and flour and salt and pepper, and that goes all together in this little pan. Now, whenever you're cooking something like fish, it's going to cook very quickly, so you want to make sure you have the rest of the meal already ready. I've got cheese grits to go with the fish, and I've got cucumber salad from the garden. This recipe is pretty easy. You just take a cucumber and you peel it, and then you cut it into halves, and then put tomato from the garden, and then some onion. If you like onion, put a little onion in there. Mix it all together with some salt and pepper and some honey mustard. And man, it's delicious. So that goes really good with fish. Coleslaw goes really good with fish too, but we have the cucumber salad tonight. Now, I've got my grease on the stove. I need it to get up to about 300 degrees because breadcrumbs burn very quickly, so you don't want to get up too hot. 300 is the magic temperature for me, and we're right there at it. So we'll get started. We'll just take a couple of pieces of this fish and just drop it in the panko, like so, and get it breaded and coated. Just like that. Completely braided and coated, and then drop right into the grease. Now when I cut up my fish, I cut it up into chunks, and then I cut it kind of at an angle so the edges are sharp. This causes it to crisp up real good on the edges. That's what you want. So let's just drop them in there. Again, you don't want your grease to get too hot because it'll burn those breadcrumbs before the fish is done. You don't want that. So there we go, we got that going. Another piece here. And then just go ahead and drop in a few more pieces. Yeah, they said, is it going to smell fishy? Is it going to be mushy? For some reason, people don't trust fish that come out fresh out of the ocean. I never understood that. All right, so real quickly, see, this is already browning up. I need to turn it. Again, 300 degrees is the magic number when cooking fish with breading because you don't want it to burn. And usually it's good to have your fish not refrigerator cold when you put them in the grease because it causes the grease to get cold real quickly, and that doesn't help the cooking process either. We want our fish to be crispy. We don't want it to be mushy, right? So the way you do that is good hot grease. All right, so that fish is just about ready to come out of there, just that quick. Give it another second or two on the other side. I've got a second batch ready to go in. Man, it just is. This is just a great outdoor lifestyle. Be able to enjoy what we have here. We're just going to put this out, lay these pieces out on the paper towel. Like so. Smaller pieces come out first, while the heavier pieces stay in just a little longer. Leave those in there for just a second. So already that grease has gotten a little bit warm, rather a little cool from the cool fish. A little too cool, so we're going to go ahead and put in the next batch. Like so. The second batch always takes a little bit longer to cook than the first one. So I've got 2 or 3 pieces to go after I get that. Let's go ahead and get a plate. First thing I'll get is my cucumber salad. From the garden. And a good Florida fried fish meal without cheese grits would be incomplete, so I got my cheese grits. Right there. And then a couple of pieces of fish. Just like that. And there you have it. It's not as firm as I'd like it, but it's not mushy. It's very good. It doesn't taste fishy. The texture is very similar to speckled perch. And of course the cheese grits and the salad going with it, it's gonna be great. So I'm gonna finish this up here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Go to the beach, take your fishing pole, go out there in the waves and look like a knucklehead, get you some shrimp, cast out there, and maybe you'll catch a big old black drum and be able to bring it home. I didn't do anything special to catch this fish. I was just there, doing what I do, loving the outdoors as I do, and yeah, it paid off big time. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye.